Now, if you follow tennis, you know that the man on the screen here, Nick Kyrgios, he is a difficult customer to handle. Yes, of course, not just on the pitch but off the pitch as well. Nick Kyrgios has something going around him with regards to his professional life, with regards to his personal life, and now there is an update that's coming off court with regards to Nick Kyrgios. What's this update all about? Well, this goes back to the year 2021 when a case of assault was filed by one of his ex-girlfriends against him, and for that the verdict is now out. What does the verdict say? Well, the verdict says that he's just managed to escape conviction. We'll tell you all of that, what the case was all about, what exactly the judge said, and what exactly has Nick Kyrgios said after the judgment. We're here to tell you all of that now. Without wasting any time, let's quickly dive into the details of this verdict and the case at hand. Now, Nick Kyrgios was involved in this incident back in the year 2021, and what's really happened today is that he's admitted to assaulting his ex-girlfriend. Incident happened in 2021, as I said, and the matter was being heard in the Canberra court, and it's been on for a while now. And in today's verdict, he admitted, he pled guilty of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. Now, what happened after that? Well, his lawyers failed to get the charges dismissed on mental health grounds. For a long time, while the case was being heard, the mental health grounds were being cited by the lawyers representing Nick Kyrgios. They said that he wasn't in a good space. He in fact tried to harm himself. He was close to the stage of depression as well, and he was really struggling when this incident had happened. While it did manage to escape, it did sort of in many ways help him escape the conviction, but the charges nevertheless could not be dismissed, and even though the lawyers tried their level best, they could not get the charges dismissed on mental health grounds, and he continues to be charged of assault, which he admitted to, but as we say here, he manages to escape conviction. What did the judge have to say when she heard about the details of the case? And she said that this is what she had to say. She said that this incident was a single act of stupidity or frustration. This is the sitting judge. That's what the judge had to say after she heard the pleas from both the sides. He said that she's looking at this incident as a single act of stupidity or frustration. She heard both the sides. As far as the ex-girlfriend's side is concerned, well, the lawyers representing her said that she really failed to come to terms with normal life. She failed to establish any romantic relationship after that. She was also struggling with depression and self-confidence. So the judge heard all of those pleas, both from the ex-girlfriend side and from Nick Kyrgios, but what did in some way go in favor of Nick Kyrgios, which is why he's escaped this conviction, is that he was really struggling on mental grounds, on mental health grounds. And the judge going ahead and saying that Nick was very young back then. He was 25 when the incident took place, and she's just going to look at Nick as a youngster who lost his calm, and whatever happened, he pushed his girlfriend. We're going to tell you details about the incident. Was an act that happened in the heat of the moment, and which is why he was let off. But what exactly is the incident? We've told you about what happened today in court. Let's now go back in time to 2021. In the month of January is when it happened, and tell you more about the incident. Well, the incident, like I was saying, happened in January 2021, and what happened was that the couple got into an argument of sorts where Nick was trying to take his car out, but the girlfriend stopped, and they both entered into a very heated altercation. And in the heat of the moment, Nick got frustrated, and what he ended up doing was he pushed his ex-girlfriend to the ground. She didn't really suffer any injuries, but having said that, it did lead to a little bit of it did spoil the terms and the equation between the two, and for a few months they weren't talking. But what happened after that? What happened after that was that the couple reconciled a few months later, but later on they broke up, and it was only then that the complaint was filed. So if you look at the timeline, because the complaint was filed in December 2021, the incident had happened in January 2021. So it was a good 10 and a half, 11-month gap after which the complaint was filed. That's not to say that the ex-girlfriend did not notify the authorities. Yes, she did go to the police station and inform the police about it, but no complaint was filed per se. Initially, it was only after the couple broke up, after they ended ties, they parted ways, that in December 2021, Nick Kyrgios' ex-girlfriend back then went ahead and filed a complaint, which is where she mentioned the fact that, of course, she was struggling mentally to cope up with it. She was struggling to find romantic relationships, and of course, she was extremely aggrieved with the fact that she was pushed to the ground and she was ill-treated by Nick Kyrgios. And like we told you earlier, he has pled guilty also of that incident, but no conviction for Nick Kyrgios. But what's he said after this whole verdict came out? Let's now tell you about Nick Kyrgios' statement, which he released after the verdict came out. Remember, he in fact came to the court on crutches because he had to pull out of the Australian Open as well. He's not been in action for the last couple of months because he's undergone a surgery, and in court today he came on crutches. But let's now quickly have a look at the statement that has been released by Nick Kyrgios. Kyrgios goes ahead and says that I was not in a good place when this happened, and I reacted to a difficult situation in a way that I deeply regret. He also goes ahead and says he's extremely sorry for the act that he did, and if in any way he hurt his ex-girlfriend, he's apologized for the incident, and he says that he's not proud of the way he reacted and he deeply regrets what had happened back in the day. So Nick Kyrgios, as always is the case with him, be it professional life, be it personal life, he continues to make the headlines. But for him, as far as his personal life is concerned, he has escaped conviction but has pled guilty of assaulting his ex-girlfriend back in the year 2021. We hope you like this video. My name is Harshit Ahuja. Do share it with your friends and family members, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Sports Today.